What's up, y'all? What's going on, y'all? It's Monday. Let me go down here because you're getting on my nerves where you driving, child. So what's going on, y'all? It's Monday. We didn't have Real Housewives come on last night. I wish I would have known. I did not know. They said they're coming back on the 5th, so next Sunday. It's almost April, guys. Are you guys ready? It's time to open up, right? April to open. Is that what it means? Time to open up. People are at the park. So I came up here to holler at y'all for a second. I want to come down here, though. I don't want to be right here in between these cars like this. I don't want to pull in between cars. Usually I'm the, like, maybe the third car in the parking lot, but I'm coming down here a little later. You know what I'm saying? It's real nice. The sun is out. It's cloudy. It's real nice out. It looks real pretty. The clouds are so pretty and stuff. What are we talking about? I asked y'all for some. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Okay. Did y'all watch Sean Garrett and the Dream battle? Baby, I wanted Sean Garrett to turn his lights off so bad. He was making all of these crazy ass faces, just crazy. But them dudes have some hits, you hear me, under their belts. I mean, hits, like just everything. I was like, what? I didn't know Sean Garrett wrote that. Oh, okay. A lot of songs. I was like, yes. It was a good time. I was like, Sean Garrett, I don't know if he's high. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know what is going on with him. But turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Okay, so y'all wanted to talk about, did I tell y'all to like, subscribe, and comment? So did y'all like that podcast with Oprah and Apple's mother? Oh my God, so good. It's just so big. I need a one that's it's just so big. That's what he said. I need a more narrow cup because it's like, I don't know, it's not comfortable. Like, I feel like I don't, there's that little chocolate dog again. I feel like I don't have a good grasp on it. You know, I could use the handle, I guess, but I really don't like the handle. I like the cup, the brushed steel like this. I love this, right? But it's so wide and I could only fit my hand around, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but this was a gift, so, you know, but I love it. I love it because it keeps everything either cold or hot. I can have ice in here and it'll be ice in here for hours. I can go to bed with some ice water in here and wake up and the ice still be, I only be asleep for like 5 hours, but still 5 hours, that's good, right? Anyways, so y'all like my red hair? It's cold outside, 55 degrees. Okay, I need my head covered. Okay, so let's talk. Okay, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on these topics. There is one topic that I do want to spend some time on, just a little bit of time on. You know me. You know me. I want to talk to Steven Jackson for a second, just for a little bit. We could keep it lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? A little lighthearted. We may. It depends on how my mood, how it changes. This dog. I wonder who this dog's mama is. He belongs to somebody because this is the second time I saw him in this park. Like within like a week. He knows somebody. People are running. The air is so clean and out here it is. A lot of people saying there's some pollen in the air. I guess it is. Look at my car. It is some pollen. My car is like, I need to wash it. It seems clear to me. Probably, I mean, like early in the morning, I guess, is the best time to do your exercise. Nobody else is out. Your pollen count is probably super duper terribly low. You know what I mean? Coming off of the night and the dew and the wet, and it hasn't dried off yet to start slaying around and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? All right, anyways. Okay, let me shut up. All right, so I'm not going to spend too much time on each of these topics, but I'm going to try and touch on each of the topics. Okay, Brandy, I want to say your last name is PA. Yes, Brandy PA, shout out to you. You said Tommie's viral video of her helping the homeless woman and homeless man trying to ask her for some money, baby. Tommie was so mad that that man asked that lady. She was so mad that that man put his hand out for some money from that woman. She was probably triggered by that. You know, when, you know, it's hard to watch, to see a able-bodied man, a seemingly able-bodied man, put his hand out to a woman after someone had just given her money as charity, right? She was probably triggered by it. That man was too old for you to be talking to him like that. But if you don't have no respect for the person, then that's how you talk to somebody that you don't have respect for. So, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I didn't care for how she was hollering at him like that. I was like, girl, that's not, first of all, cut the cameras, dead ass. Like, why are you still talking with the cameras going? That's just, that part of it was just too much for me. Like, girl, okay, Tommie. First of all, to me, I feel like when people give charity and have to film it, I feel that it's inauthentic, and I'm just going to say it. I feel it's inauthentic. You don't have to talk about it. A charity should not everybody wants everybody to know that they are in need. You know, I know that we're trying to get away from people being able to ask for things, but you don't have to film. Sometimes it's shameful to be in situations like this, and for you to film it, I don't know, I just have never been one to like make announcements about charity. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know. It's very ego driven. You know, I'm just not with it. I thought the way she talked to the man was disrespectful as hell, but she don't have respect for him. So that's how you talk for somebody who you don't have respect for, right? So was she wrong? Yeah, I mean, depend on how you look at it. Everything, it's depending on how you look at it. What you think, some people think what she did was right. Some people agree. Whether or not, I just don't agree with the filming the shit. Whatever. And how you gonna sit next to a woman that just somebody gave her money, and you turn around and put your hand out? But you don't know if he's able-bodied. He's seemingly able-bodied. A lot of disabilities, the majority of our disabilities that people have are unseen. Okay? So you can't assume just because somebody looks like they're able-bodied that they're okay. So you don't know what that man's situation is. I don't think anyone chooses to be homeless. So when you're around here assuming that somebody could do this and do that, you don't know what that man's mental capacity is. That's why I was like, honey, you don't know who this man is. We can look at you, Tommie, and think you're sane. But we know the story. We know what it is. But we can look at you and think that you got it all together just by looking at you. Right? Okay. So, get it? Okay. Can you discuss Tory Lanez Ty Savage? Shout out to Ty Savage. Can you discuss Tory Lanez executive producing Lil' Kim's album, and can you listen to You Are Not Alone by Lil' Kim? Her music isn't copywritten. I don't know anything about Tory Lanez producing Lil' Kim's album. I want Lil' Kim to, I love Lil' Kim. You know, I love her. One thing, my only advice I would have for Lil' Kim is, yes, keep yourself around the youth that is coming up in the genre, in the industry that you are, you know, that you reside in, but you don't have to sound like them. You don't have to try and sound and mimic the sound of the youth. You have a classic sound. You sound like a different person on your songs. I can't really get into them, although I really want to support Kim. You know what I'm saying? Some of the songs are really good on her last album, 9, right? And some of the songs are really, really good, but she doesn't sound like herself, so I can't really get into it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want Little Kim, you know, the Queen Bee, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, she wants to sound, she's surrounding herself with the youth, and now she's trying to emulate their sound, and it doesn't go with you. Not anything to do with your age, it just, it's your style, you know? And that's what I have to say about that. Nene laughing at Kenya's issues when she has her own. Well, you know, we all laughing at everybody's issues. That's the reason why we watch this shit, to escape the shit that we may or may not be going through. Nene is gonna do what they said Nene was down to Las Vegas. I don't know how she was anywhere. She was seen with some man. I saw a headline. I didn't even get into the story because it was the lady that talks loud and just, it's just loud. I mean, I talk loud, but if I think you talk loud, bitch, you talk loud, because I know I talk loud. If I think your ass talks too loud, girl, you're too loud. So it was a headline on one of her videos, and I wasn't in the mood. I only can take a homegirl in doses. My thoughts on how the Coronia will affect our culture, also the election and who Biden should elect. I think what's his name is going to be reelected, so you might as well just finish it off. You know what I'm saying? Just finish off the entire world. We might as well just go out in a bang. Tiger King. I talked about Tiger King the last 3 videos, a little bit in every, because, you know, as I was watching, I was coming down here and sharing with y'all the parts that I was watching. But I've shared the Tiger King. Princess Francois. Come on, bitch. Yes. Yeah, I've talked about Tiger King already. Okay. Did anyone feel in the Lion King Jeff Lowe Lion King, that Jeff Lowe needed to be prosecuted? Jeff Lowe, that was the guy that was in Vegas, and you know what? You knew he didn't have no ingenuity, because he tried to go back to Vegas. He tried to go back to Vegas and do like a tour bus with fucking cubs on the tour bus, taking people from casino to casino, and in between time you can play with some cubs on a tour bus. Girl, I was like, you are whack. You don't have, that's why you went and stole, what's his name? What is his name? With the eyebrow. What is his name? I just forgot that fast. Joe Exotic. You went, and that's why you had to take his idea, because you don't have any idea. And what was crazy about Jeff is how calm. He never, if you ever notice, he never raised his voice. Not one time. He was very calm. Even when he was talking shit, he never raised his voice. Did y'all notice that? I did. Okay, yeah, I'm about to talk about Steven Jackson right now. All right, so if y'all didn't see Kiki slapped the hell out of Courtney. Bitch. At first, I thought they was playing like, are y'all playing? Because it was there wasn't enough. You know, Courtney doesn't get angry. So it wasn't enough anger in her voice to be like, girl, are you for real? But Kim, on the other hand, bitch, when Courtney I guess she put her fingernail in Kim's body, and you know that's how she makes her money. She said, how dare you sink your finger into my skin? She said, whack, whack. Oh, shit. Bitch, what did she say? I'm about to fight you. At first, I was just playing with your ass. But you put your fingernail inside of me, bitch. How dare you do that? You know this is how the fuck I make my money. Let me slap you around real quick. Kim's little bob was moving. Ooh, and Courtney, you supposed to be the baddest bitch. And you said, not Courtney, what's the other one? Chloe. Rodney calls her Chloe Simpson, goddammit. You supposed to be the baddest one. And you can't even keep them from fighting. Like, I was like, what is that? Because they were laughing at first. I mean, we were all laughing, honey, to be honest. We were looking at, yeah, y'all play too much. But baby, when Courtney sunk her fingers into Kim said, oh no, bitch, you will not. My shit has to be perfect. Even though half the shit be photoshopped anyways. But you know that, I mean, when you put a lot of money into your shit, like when Nene told Yavana, don't put your hand on my damn window. When you spend a lot of money on shit, you don't want people putting their hands on it in a way that's not affectionate. You know what I'm saying? Girl. Honey, don't pull up behind me. What the hell's going on around here? Oh, then the nurse quit. Remember that? Okay, so y'all heard the nurse quit, right? They were trying to put her, she's a breast cancer survivor. She has children. Her husband is out of town. She's a nurse during all of this stuff. And she quit. And everybody was talking about how could she quit? She's in the line of duty. And I was like, first of all, you can quit a job anytime you want to. When you're done with a job, you can quit it. It don't matter what you're doing. What you're doing, and what are any of you gonna do about it, who have an opinion about this girl who did not want to be put on a floor full of people who are tested positive? Something that, not like HIV, that you have to catch with actual contact. This motherfucker seemed like you cannot anything, I mean, by contact, but not in such a aggressive way, right? That you could catch HIV, blood. We know how to. We don't have to go through it. We know how you catch it. But you want to put somebody on an entire floor with something that seems to be like all I got to do is stand next to the person, and this person is a breast cancer survivor and has children at home, and can't send her children anywhere just in case she does get. She quit. And y'all want to talk shit about the lady? She quit. But then she got on the Breakfast Club this morning and said that the person that she was handling, the patient that she was handling, turned out to be positive. And the manager is supposed to call everyone who they came in contact with, and did not call her to tell her the person you came in contact with was positive. Would y'all still work there? Would y'all stay? Would y'all quit? Okay. She's in the line of duty. She took an oath. And honey, I take an oath until I don't. The fuck? I take an oath until I don't. You know how many people take oaths every day? If she want to quit her job, she can quit her job for whatever reason, and you ain't gonna do about it. So shout out to her. What was her name? Girl, and then they were like, would you go and try and find a job? From what I heard, and I asked a question on Twitter, from what I heard is that getting a job as a nurse isn't hard to do, depending on the, I guess, area of expertise, right, or specialty, and the area in which you live, right? That is what I asked the question, because I've always heard that it's easy for a nurse to find a job. She can go anywhere, yes, because there's always sick people. We live in this society that, we breed sickness instead of, but that's another story for another day. But there's always going to be a medical professional, a space for a medical professional. And I heard it wasn't hard to go find a job. So I'm like, if she's a nurse, if she quit this job, I'm sure she's going to have to find if there's, I don't know how it works. You have to find if there's openings. You can't just walk in and be like, okay, I'm a nurse. I'm going to start in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But she can go during this time. I'm sure that other hospitals would take her if she wanted to do that. But if you have your immune system, you are compromised, you have a health issue, there's no reason why you should be okay with her going to a floor full of people. And all her circumstances. Oh, well, she took an oath. Well, she can take an oath until she doesn't. Melissa Scott. You know what I should go do? I need to go, okay. Yeah, she said she didn't even realize her badge was on. It don't have nothing to do with the hospital. It has everything to do with the person, the manager. She dropped the ball, just like Triolo down in Florida. Don't forget that hoe's name. When the mayor down in Florida, who made a mistake, and instead of owning up to the mistake, you want to get in your ego and tell people that they need to be respectful. No, the disrespect is you cutting off people's lights during this time. And instead of saying, I effed up, you want to get mad at everybody else. Girl. So she said that the lady made a mistake. She just hasn't, and then she said that she was emailing back and forth, trying to get a paper trail on what was happening. And she said, well, let me just call you. Oh, no, bitch, you're not about to call me. Respond by email. Respond in the way that I approached you. Okay? All right. Steven Jackson. Apparently, oh wait, let me go back. Steven Jackson is a retired basketball player who played with the New Jersey Nets, the Pacers, the Golden State Warriors, the Bucks, the Bobcats. You just like to hop around in your professional life and in your personal life, huh, Steven? The San Antonio Spurs and the LA Clippers. And he's only 41 years old. An Aries who, can you believe it, is blaming his problems on the bitter black woman who he had no hand in creating that. Not at all. It's all our fault. It's all our fault. It's all our fault, Steven. You are never to blame, ever, honey. It's always our fault. You don't have anything to do with it. You have 5 baby moms. Out of the 5, 3 of them you regret sleeping with, creating a baby. You regret it. You went on down to the TV and said that you regretted it. Okay. Here he goes. I'm going to play this for you. Because we're going to hear it, and we're going to, how we broke down, was it Pastor Troy's comment? And we broke down, I think it was just Pastor Troy. I think so. But here we go.
I have kids by 5 women.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
I take responsibility for laying down with them, making babies with them, making babies with them and all that. I take full responsibility.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
But 3 of them, I regret even knowing.
Why?
Paid millions and millions and millions of dollars in child support.
Why do you regret knowing them? Okay. Millions and millions of dollars.
And still don't see my kids. At 42, my kids in high school. And in college. But peep this out.
According to the courts, depending on where you are, at 12 years old, a child can make a decision on who they want to live with. And your children are in high school, and based on the millions and millions of dollars that you paid, I'm sure they have an automobile or access to airplanes that they can go and visit their dad when they want, or call when they want. They're in high school and you're still having problems seeing them? Oh.
I'm saying this to say.
Okay.
Find one woman, love her, have kids with her, and build your family. Because
okay, that is some really good advice. That's some really good advice. I think that is really good advice. And you're speaking to a certain group of men to say, find you one and have babies and build a family. To those who want to do that. I think that is great advice. Okay, let's hear what else Steven has to say.
Kids by multiple women,
okay,
can destroy your life. I've been having 3 out of my 5 trying to destroy my life since the beginning of time.
Okay, so having multiple kids by several different women can destroy your life. Yeah, I guess depending on who you partner with. I guess dependent on who you laid down with and had a consensual transaction. All right. Wait a minute. I want to just rewind it just a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I paid millions in child support and still don't see my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this to to tell you to be smarter, bro. Don't make the same mistakes I made. Find you one woman, love her, and have kids by her. Because having kids by multiple women can destroy your life, bro.
Okay, it
because
could.
A bitter baby mama ruins black men just as much as the...
So a bitter baby mama. Wait. Let me back up. I just want to...
Life, bro. Because a bitter baby mama ruins black men just as much as the police or just as much as anybody. Okay?
Just as much as the police and just as much as anybody. A bitter... What? Let me see.
Women can destroy your life, bro.
Wait a minute.
Love her and have kids by her.
Okay, that was good.
Having kids by multiple women can destroy your life, bro. Because a bitter baby mama ruins black men just as much as the police or just as much as anybody.
Do you know that the label bitter baby mama did not come from not being in contact with a ain't shit nigga? She wouldn't be those things if she never came in contact with you. What you're seeing is the effect of your behavior. So how is she solely to blame, right? Because, you know, there are some people who will say some people have the right to feel the way that they do after they've been treated a certain way. You don't get bitter without something contributing to that. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Okay, they won't say that, and of course women won't say that because it's majority of them.
Majority of them what?
Fellas, we gotta be...
Girl, what?
They won't say that, and of course women won't say that because it's majority of them. But fellas, we gotta be smarter. Okay, we gotta be smarter.
Yes.
I don't have problems with my kids' mothers unless they done ran out of money. It's just facts, bro. It's just facts. But be smarter. Make a better decision. Don't be running around willy-nilly like I was doing and all that. And, you know, try to find your relationship and stay in that one, bro. Because I'm telling you, you have a life of pain and misery and unnecessary stress. And it ain't nothing you doing. It's the bitterness of another person.
Wait a minute. It's nothing you're doing. It's the bitterness of the other person. Do you know that if you would subtract you out of the equation, that bitterness would cease to exist? Do you know if you never came in contact with that woman, she probably wouldn't be bitter? But you don't have anything to do with it, do you, Steven? Okay?
So continue to love your kids and do whatever. Even if you do have kids, love them just as you were in a great relationship with their mom. But if you don't have kids, bro, take your time. Find you one woman, settle down and have kids and do it the right way. Because I'm telling you, the quickest way and the fastest way for a demise of a black man, especially a successful black man, is a bitter black woman. Truth hurts.
She wouldn't exist if she never came in contact with you.
Brothers that's out here that ain't getting in trouble.
That label would not exist.
They can't see. And I pay them lawyers and the bond fee.
Come on, 21 Savage. Okay. Listen. That lady would not be bitter if she had never came in contact with you. Do you know that my perspective, I'm going to share something with y'all. My perspective on men came and evolved as I got older and the more men I came in contact with. And the men that were the closest to me really allowed me to see and to have the perspective about men. They came from men. If I had not come in contact with these types of men who are allowed to be these types of men by society, other men, other women who allow this behavior, bitter black women are not created. They don't just, a woman just doesn't become bitter. All I can say is that a woman's perspective on men comes from the men that she deals with, right? Whether it is her father, whether it is her brother, whether it is her child's father, uncles, and her watching men. And then as she gets older, she starts coming in contact with different types of men who have been allowed to and given and provided excuses for how they treat women. Because this advice that you're giving to men come from you learning that having babies by multiple women isn't the way to go. But somebody gave you that idea. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been so willy-nilly and lacked the self-control that if out of 5 women, none of those women were marriage material? Or is that what you're telling me? None of those women out of the 5 women, because they're bitter. But they were not that until you actually started dealing with them. Because I bet you their bitterness is directed towards you and probably not their boyfriend or other men in their lives. So if you were to remove yourself out of the equation, you would not even be able to give her that label. She's that way because of you. And her unwillingness to probably let go of the pain and the hurt, the disrespect, the dishonored actions of you. So, Stephen Jackson, you have something to do with it. You are a part of the equation. Yes, you took account. You seemed like you were taking accountability, but what you were doing is trying to place blame on the fact that your children are in high school and don't call you. Your children probably have cell phones, access to social media, access to this video of you saying that you regret sleeping with their mother. You think they're gonna call you now? And word on the street is that one of the women, one of his children's mothers, one of them, that's because that sounds honorable. 5, because let me tell y'all something. If I was a woman sitting here with 5 children by 5 different men, it would be my fault, right? It would be all my fault, right? So how is it that he can go out and have 5? First of all, I don't know if I really want to take advice from you. That's the reason why you got to listen to people, because some of the things he was saying was some good advice for the right for a specific group of people, for men who want to settle down with one woman, have a family, build a legacy, build a whatever, and have that. But is that really coming from advice for I really want men to do better, or you guys have to do better by women because I wasn't good to these women and they were really bitter towards me and mad at me, and any chance they got, they took me to court because they were bitter? You're part of the equation. You cannot. I think that's the problem that a lot of black men have, is that you want to blame someone else. You were a part of the equation. That lady did not pop up out of the ground bitter. You were a part of that. You helped that. You helped create that. That was your doing. Part of your doing. Because had she never met you, you wouldn't even be able to give her that label, because she wouldn't be bitter. And she wouldn't be a baby mama. Why you didn't marry none of them? Why you didn't marry none of them? That would be my question. Did they not want to marry you? Because I'm sure if you played basketball, you was hopping around playing basketball all in the southwest of the world, that you didn't find one woman that said that you wanted to marry. So why are you sleeping with? So this is how, if Stephen Jackson were to reframe how he came towards these, if he's giving advice, you're not even giving advice from a concerned place. You're giving it from a bitter black man's place. You bitter as hell. You so bitter, you down here talking to yourself about your baby moms and saying that you regret because they bitter and they're the detriment of you. You know what? And you know what? You goddamn right. You might be right, Steven Jackson. Not just a fucking light bulb just went off. You might be right. A bitter black woman is the detriment to the black man. But guess what the black man has to stop doing? Creating them. Because what you create, goddamn it, may turn around on your ass one day and kill you. All right? So stop creating what you don't like. Same with Walker. Stop creating. You created this woman by doing all these things to her, and now you don't like her. And now she's the detriment. Yeah, you created a fucking monster. And instead of taking the blame that you fucking Dr. Frankenstein, taking part of the blame of it, that you created this, and now you mad because she want to snap your neck. Girl, Steven Jackson, kiss my ass. There's a comment that came from here. I want to read her comment because I was like, Steven Jackson, of course, you know, again, it's always blame the woman, always blame the woman. She wouldn't be the way she was if you weren't a part of the equation. Fuck out of here. Hold on, I'm about to find it. I'm about to find it. Da 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 da. Oh. Da 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 da. I said it's never you, it's always them. They are to blame for your lack of self-control. You are never the cause, but you're always the victim. And then, you know what you do? You go run over to Trudy and them. And then when Trudy's dad gets wind of it and says, oh, say that he beat you and hit you and stuff. Then when the cops come to your house and they see this damsel Trudy, and then they shoot you in the back, you looking to black women to stand up with the picket signs and shit. Because Trudy's get silent and turn their Facebook pages, put them on hiatus until it all blows over. Because because I could go into another thing, baby. We're the detriment, yeah, because you created it. Period, Pooh. Especially, this is from Whoa Momo or Moya on Twitter. Especially, she said, especially since another YouTuber did a video on this and he's a total asshole. So the women are bitter because he knocked them up and treated them like shit. But here he is blaming women under the guise of taking accountability for his actions. Right, because it's like you're like I'm taking blame for it, and then you go and wreck her world, and now she's mad at you, and now she's the detriment of you. If you don't get your ass out of here, oh gosh. So, anyways, y'all, that's my time. Ooh, 40 minutes. We hit the clock, girl. Let's go. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Get outside. Get some sun. Do some stretches. Meditate. Get yourselves together. April is coming. It's going to be time to open up. We getting our shit together, right? Right? We're creating healthy habits, right? Okay. Take care of each other. Protect your energy and wash your hands. Peace.